Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another video with me, Kieran. It's another SBC one, but it's something that's a little bit different to what we usually do today. Because I'm going to give you a solution that doesn't just work for one SBC, but it's going to be useful for a lot of SBCs throughout the year. And that is the cheapest 88 rated squad. So, I'm going to be building this with concept players. You can't see it at the moment, but I've only got 32k. And I don't want to buy all these players and just sell them off when there's no SBCs to put them in. So we are just going to be building it with concepts. But I'm going to give you all the player prices and stuff, so don't worry about that. And I'm sure this will be very, very useful throughout the year. And you can move a few players around and get a bit of chem. You probably won't need chem for any of these, but it's there if you want it. And one other thing I'd recommend, if you've got any players of the same rating in your club, it's probably better to use them if they're not going in your team. So we're going to set this to concept, and we're going to start in goal with an 87 rated player. There's quite a lot of 87s and 86s in this, which is very, very useful, and that is going to be Panos here. Sandra Panos is going to be our first player into the squad. She plays for Barcelona Women. Sandra Panos Garcia there, and she will cost you 11k, which is very, very good for an 87 rated player, which obviously means she's not too good in game. Next up, we've got an 86, and there's quite a theme with a lot of these players. They are going to be goalkeepers, and we've got Mary Earps, another women's goalkeeper, this time from Man United. How she's lower rated than the Spanish one, I don't know, but it is what it is. 86 rated Mary Earps, as I said, will cost you 7k. Overall, this will go in at around 150 at the start of the year. If you're watching this later in the year, guys, everyone will be way, way cheaper. So make sure you're paying attention to that. But what I like about this is all these players are basically just fodder, so they are going to sit at the fodder prices the whole time. I don't expect any of them to go up unless you need them for a certain SBC that has their nation or their team or whatever as a requirement. So Jill Ward is going in next here, a new signing for Man City. She'll cost you between about 8 and 8.5 at the moment, but obviously, as I said, throughout the year, they're all going to go down. And something that you can do when you're using expensive players as well, bidding can be even more useful than usual. I'm giving you the buy now prices, but if you want to bid, you can get this even cheaper. Next up, we've got Wojciech Szczesny, but I can't spell his name. There he is. Obviously, he's played for Arsenal, been playing for Juve for a while now. Still a walkout, still 86 rated, and he is just 7.5k at the moment. So Wojciech Szczesny, get him in your team. He's there for you. Next up, our left back, we're going to go, as I said before, it doesn't really matter what you're putting on in this team, but we're going to go with Urberdorf. That is Lena Urberdorf, who plays for Wolfsburg. She's a CDM who does have good stats apart from her pace, so it does make her a bit unusable, even though she's got the bruiser thing. So Lena Urberdorf here, she'll cost you 11.5k for your team, which isn't too bad. We have got another 87 going into the squad, and that is going to be Pajor. So we'll type her in now, and I believe she's another Wolfsburg player, if I remember correctly. She is, and another Polish player. I've got her on loan, which is really helpful. But you are, I think is how you said that, Pior there. She's going to cost you about 12k, which is not too bad for a player that is 87 rated, is it? So she can go into your squad as well. And I'm going to remind you once again that you can bid on all of these. So we're on to our 88s now, because you'll be wondering, we've got this far into the squad, and we haven't used a single 88 rated player. So where are they? Our next one is going to be Bernardo Silva. He'll come in at just 15k, which is very good for an 88 rated player. You can see him there, Bernardo Mota Carvalho de Silva. There'll be some players sometimes that are maybe around the same. I wouldn't say lower than this, I don't think anyone will go lower, but around the same. But I've picked players that tend to stay low throughout the year because no one really uses them. And our next one is going to be a player that I never see rise, and that's going to be Joshua Kimmich, who of course has been playing for Bayern for absolute years now. He's got an 88 rated card, and none of his stats are really near that apart from his passing. So, Joshua Kimmich here, he's going to be exactly the same price as Silver. He's just going to be 15k for you, which is quite easy. And obviously, we're only on 80 rated, so we're going to chuck some 89s in. Doing 389s, some 88s, some 87s, 86s is actually cheaper than just building a whole 88 squad or doing 88s and 87s. So this is the most efficient way to do it, guys. Don't you worry about that. And we're going to start our 389s with Ada Hegerberg, whose name I can't spell properly. Ada Hegerberg, there she is. She's going to go into our squad. Ada Hegerberg there, playing for Lyon. She's been around for absolute years. She's going to cost you 21k. She's consistently the cheapest 89. Along with the other two, she stays really, really low. Some go up and down, as I said earlier, but they stay low. So we've got Ada Hegerberg up next. And we have a front two of two City players, and those are going to be Rodri, who actually is not too bad in game, but I'm expecting, if you're watching this past the first few weeks, he's probably unusable. So we've got Rodrigo Hernandez Cascante right there. Very good card. Again, 21k. And coming in at just 1k more is one of his teammates, as I said, and that is going to be Ruben Dias. He's going to be going in as our other striker here. That is Ruben Dias, who's in my club, but I am about to chuck him into the Kudus SBC because I've used him in game and he's rubbish. So Ruben Santos, Gato Alves Diaz there. First owner for me, but if you need to buy him, he'll cost you about 22k. But as I've said, and I'll reiterate, all these prices are going to go down. If you want to see more of these videos, guys, using different rated squads, just make sure you let me know, whether that's on TikTok, YouTube, whatever. Leave me some comments if you find any players that are cheaper than this throughout the year, because obviously stuff is going to go up and down, people move clubs, all of that. And if you need to get some informs in here, maybe I'll do one later in the year with some informs as well. So just let me know what you think. No packs to open today, so that's all from me. Hopefully I'll see you soon for another one of these, and goodbye.